Wazi wamnandi umculo kaBathabile Sikhosana yasesivuselelekile lapha e-studio mbukeli. Njengamanje ke kodwa ke isikhathi sokuthi ke singene ehoreni lesi lokugcina. Mangabe singena ehoreni senza njani?
Yebo. Xa singena ansazi nisavuselelekile kodwa masingene.
Asibheke ihamba phambili kuleli hora.
After hearing i-gunshot ke I think yathusa wonke umuntu.
Oyisakuba ngumhlobo kaSenzo Meyiwa uzakuqhubeka ukunika ubungqina kwinkundla ephakamileyo ePitoli namhlanje.
Umengameli uCyril Ramaphosa ufisele inkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi ukwelulama ngokusheshsha njengoba esalaliswe esibhedlela.
Lutshani nginguleno wasigusheshelo umhajo ikwekwezi FM emthonjeni 9 to 12. Siyakwamukela ehleleni elitsha likamabonakude lendaba ezinabileko Ekhaya Jikelele. Sikhamba nawe nomsebenzini uthinge esikolweni konke okuhloka kuyokuthola zamva nje siphuma phambili indaba siqahe ngezemidlalo ubujamo bezulu ukuthi nawuphuma ekhaya wazi ukuthi umbathe njani. Konke okuhloka ngelimi oluzwisisako la ku SABC News.
Umhlobo kaSenzo Meyiwa umthokozisi Thwala uzaqhubeka nokunika ubungqina bakhe namhlanje. Olengqina lesithandathu lombuso uzokubizwa ukuba angqine malunga neziganeko ezakhokelele kubulaweni komdlali webhola ekhatywayo ngonyaka ka-2014. Amadoda amahlanu atyabekwa ngizitsholo zokubulala abethe phantsi ngenqindi ephika ityala.
Ibhentshi eligcwele lamajaji enkantolo ephakeme ehleli eMgungundlovu lizokwethula isinqumo namhlanje malungana nesicelo somshushisi uBilly Downer nentatheli uKaren Mon sokuthi khoxiswe isicelo sowabe umengameli uJacob Zuma sokuba ashushise ngasese. Uma lesi sicelo siba impumelelo sizovimba uZuma ukuba aphoqe ukuthi uDowner noMon babe khona enkantolo uma esefaka isicelo sokuphosela inselele isinqumo senkantolo esachitha isicelo sakhe sokushushisa ngasese uDowner kanye noMon. uZuma ke usola labanga ukuthi banikezelana ngemininingwane ebucayi emayelana nokugula kwakhe yabeke isiphelela kwabezindaba. Inhlangano iJacob Zuma Foundation ithe uZuma ube khona enkantolo uma sekwethulwa isinqumo okulandela ukuthi kade phela yokwelashwa le kwelaseRussia.
Kanti ngoku ndizawuphosa kugcawa masixelele banzi into yokubana kwenzeka ntoni ngenkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi.
Yebo mbukeli nawe ukholosa umengameli uCyril Ramaphosa usefisele inkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi ukululama ngokusheshsha. Umntwana wakwaphindangene usalaliswe esibhedlela namanje kanti ke umndeni wakhe uphinde wangeniswa esibhedlela kulandela ukuhlaselwa yinhlungu emhlane kubeke sekudingeke ukuba aqhubeke phela nokuhlala esibhedlela kuze kube uyalulama ngokugcwele. Wabuyiselwe esibhedlela emva kwesikhashana ededeliwe ngenxa yazo beli inhlungu emhlane wakhe. Umndeni ke uthina kanjani uyethemba ukuthi uzolulama ngokugcwele waphinde futhi ke watusa nezilokotho ezinhle eqhamuka ezakhamuzini zakuleli eyifisela inkosi uMangosuthu ukululama ngokusheshsha. Lokwenzeka nje imbabazane emahaqa izogubha usuku lokuzalwa kwayo kulenyanga lapho izobihlanganisa khona iminyaka engama-95 idla anhlamvana. Mbukeli ke kuzothinga le kwehora lesishiyagalombili sixhuma nodokotela uBhekuyise Ngqengelele Buthelezi ozokwenaba kabanzi ngesimo sempilo somntwana wakwaphindangene.
Owayesakuba ngumphathiswa wezothutho eNtshona Koloni uBonginkosi Madikizela ubhengeze kwindibano nonondaba eKapa ukuba uza kuphinda azinike ithuba lokunyulwa njengenkokheli ye-DA kweli phondo. Kwiminyaka emibini edlulileyo waye warhoqa njengenkokheli yalombutho ephondweni njengomphathiswa wezothutho nanjengoko kusithiwa waxoka ngeziqinisekiso zakhe zemfundo.
I believe that we must engage people. And of course, lastly, I strongly believe that as the leader, we must work together with the like-minded people come 2024 so that we can get a different government. I think it has been proven in South Africa that for the last almost 30 years now, things are getting worse instead of getting better. And I think what we need to do as leaders really is to be politically mature and really put our egos aside.
Yize imbangela yokuqhuma okwenzeka emathunjini omgwaqo enkabeni yedolobha iGoli siqinisekisiwe ukuthi kwaba yi-methane gas, kepha namanje akacaci ukuthi iyaqhuma kanjani le gesi. Lokho kuza nje umkhandlu udolobha waseGoli uthi indleko zobungako bomonakalo wadaleka zingase zidle igidi eziyi-170 zamarandi.
Emasontweni amabili adlule kwaqhuma igesi emgwaqweni uLillian Ngoyi owawaziwa ngeBri enkabeni yeGoli. Selokwenzeka lesi sigameko kube nembuzo ngokuthi imbangela yalokuqhuma bekuyini. Namhlanje ke le mbuzo iphendulekile.
The type of the gas that has fueled the explosion is methane. We can say it with certainty, it's methane.
Ngesonto eledlule umkhandlu umemezele ukuthi le ndawo isiphephile futhi uphinde waveza ukuthi inhlelo zokuyilungisa seyiqalile.
The rebuild and rehabilitation of Lillian Ngoyi Street must ensure that going forward, we set the standards for the management and underground infrastructure and the roads that lie on the surface.
Uphenyo lisaqhubeka kanti akakacaci ukuthi lo mgwaqo uzolungiswa isikhathi esingakanani.
Usapho lwakwadalisile Ngcobo lutyhola isebe lezempilo kwiphondo leMpuma Koloni ngongakhathali. Okukuza emva kokuba oogqirha besibhedlele iNelson Mandela Academic Hospital betyhola ngokwala ukunyanga indoda eneminyaka engama-23 ethe yatsha ngokumasikizi engalweni, esifubeni nasebusweni.
Selezileqa isibhozo iinyanga undaba zovuyo Dalasile esesibhedlele. Lo ubengumfundi kwanocollege eDikini. Izandla zakhe zezona zinomonakalo omkhulu. Bekukhe kubekho ithuba lokuba athengelwe izixhobo zokutshintsha amanxeba nanjengoko bezingabikho esibhedlele eNgcobo.
Xa zawuya umntana eMandela kuyafika eMandela kuthiwa akho bhithi, ibhithi umntana bezawulala kuyo kufakwe umuntu kuyo. Ucelelwe indawo eMthatha General Regional Hospital. Wathatha umntana wayobekwa pha. Oogqirha baseMandela zange baye neminenye.
Usapho lakwaDalasile lavuma ukuba kwenziwe utyando, kodwa isibhedlele iNelson Mandela sele simjike amageli.
Ndayo isayina i-consent form pha ngabo-9 ekuseni. Ndayisayina ndafika ifilishwe ndasayina. Ndalinda i-ambulance, yafika i-ambulance yasithatha saya e-theatre eNelson Mandela. Xa sifika eNelson Mandela e-theatre kwathiwa ayaziwa le nto.
Isebe lezempilo lithi uzokutyandwa kwiveki ezayo.
Oogqirha abazingcali kuqhaqho benze uphando olugqibeleleyo kwimeko yakhe ngenjongo zokufumanisa ukuba ukulungele kusini na ukuyokwenziwa uqhaqho. Ingxelo zibuye zibonisa ukuba zikhona izinto oogqirha ebezibaxhalabisa neziye zakhokhelela ekubeni bakhe baziqwalasele.
Ndingulwandile Mbulali, eNgcobo.
Umkhandlu udolobha weTheku uthenge amaloli angama-55 athwala amanzi ukwengeza kulawo akhona ngaphezu kwe100 avele ekhona kulomkhandlu.
Lamaloli athutha amanzi angama-55 azokwandisa kulawo angaphezu kwe100 avele ekhona eThekwini. Lamaloli azosiza imiphakathi esekuphele izinyanga intula amanzi ezindaweni ezahlukene zeTheku namaphethelo. Ingaphezulu kwamaphesenti angama-60 inqalasizinda yedolobha eyacekelwa phansi izikhukhula ngoMbasa nangoNhlaba ngo-2022.
Must remove lawa 55 ebesikade swaharisha ngaphandle kwabazimele kuzokwehlisa ibudget yethu ukuthi ebesisebenzisa sikhokhela bona ama-millions besigcina spend 100 million ngonyaka ekharisheni lama trucks. So kuzokwehlisa lowo mthamo wemali ebesiukhokha, leyo mali sizokwazi ukuyithatha manje siyichanele ekumaintaineni silungise kahle inqalasizinda yethu.
Ukhawunda uthi kudingeke ukuthi umasipala ushintshe izimali ebezabelwe omunye umsebenzi ukuze kulungiswe inqalasizinda eyakhahlamezeka ngezikhukhula.
Sizothula ama-truck amaloli lawa okuhambisa amanzi emphakathi, kakhulukazi le mphakathi enenkinga efana njengongonyameni, enenkinga efana njengoko-Ward 2 o-Ward 3 komzinyathi.
Umasipala uthi usuqinisa ezokuphepha ngokufaka amakhamera ukuze kugwenywe ukwebiwa kukadizili emathangini abo. Ukuntshontshwa kukadizili ezinye zezinto ebeziphazamisa ukulethwa kwamanzi. NginguNonhlakanipho Magwaza ezindabeni ze-SABC eThekwini.
Unyulo lwaseZimbabwe liphazanyiswa zinkundla zamatyala okukukhokelele kubeni amaqela aphikisayo athandabuze inkqubo yolonyulo phambi kovoto. Inkundla ke ephakamileyo imamele isibheno seqela eliphikisayo iCitizens Coalition for Change emva kokuba inkundla yasebulawayo ichithe abagqatswa beliqela abali-12 epalamente. Owayesakuba ngumphathiswa waseZimbabwe uSaver Kasukuwere sele efake amaphepha kwinkundla yomgaqo-seko emva kokuba inkundla ephakamileyo yalurhoxisa ugqatso lwakhe. Kwangaxeshanye ke iZANU-PF ibibhankasa okanye ibikhankasa gxebe kwindawo ephantsi kombutho ephikisayo apho abagqatswa be-CCC abali-12 baye bagxothwa.
ZEC, which is the electoral management body in our country, must not proceed to print ballot papers up until the application for direct access, which will vet whether or not the Supreme Court was constitutionally correct, is heard.
ZANU-PF is an organized political party. ZANU-PF keeps time. When there's a nomination court, we know when it opens and we know when it closes. I say to those who are unable to read the programs and times, they should go back and claim their school fees.
Ngaphambi kokuba uphume mbukeli nali uqikelelo lwemozulu rhabula kodwa ungafinci. Inkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele kaloku apha ekhaya Jikelele kanti ngoku singena kwezithe zatshotshenxa kumakhasi onxibelelwano. Siyabona wena pha mamtshali into yokubana eqala nqa yo i-Netball World Cup 2023.
Hashtag Netball World Cup 2023 kube hashtag EFF kanti ke futhi ukhona no hashtag banyana laphayana ke mbukeli. So ke with the Netball World Cup ke akekho phela ke osengazi iNetball iqembu lama Proteas belikade lidlala ke neNew Zealand. Phela ke mbukeli uzokhumbula ukuthi iNew Zealand iyiqembu okuyilona eliphethe indebe currently ama current cup owners aphethe indebe yeNetball. So iqembu elistrong kakhulu futhi ebelesatshwa belibhekiwe ukuthi nje lizobe liyamanye amaqembu azodla umhlanganiso ke kulomqhudelwano okufanele ukuthi agadwe. So ke ama Proteas adlale nabo izolo asebambana ke ngedraw ka 48-48. Abanga asebenze kanzima kamantombazana phela akholula ukushaya amaqembu afana no New Zealand so kwakhona lokho nje ukuthi kutholakala i-draw nje kuyi-achievement on its own sijabulela khona lokho because sizokwazi ukuthi ke siqhubekele phambili sidlale so ke kusukela manje ke ama-Proteas asezodlala ke ne-Uganda emva kwale game yabo ne-New Zealand baphefumulile ke nababukeli laphana ku-X ake sibone ukuthi ke bathini.
Undlovukazi uphefumulile sithi the God of South Africa is working overtime today. What a comeback, ladies. A big congratulations. Hayi jonga bathi uThixo uzihlele. Waza phe emzansi waqonda bajonga kwa Heaven F. Ingathi akwenzeki mandehle apha ngenene inhle kakhulu wena lento nokusi especially sikwinyanga yamanina.
Yes.
Asibone ke omnye uphefumule wathini.
uThembakazi yena uthi starting off Women's Month with our South African ladies showing us what they are made of. Drawing against the defending champs is a big deal. Usho lokhu uphinda lamagama kade ngiwasho ukuthi phela ukuthola i-draw nje ngoba phela ama-champions lawa aphethe indebe. So ukuthi sidrawe nje nabo kusho ukuthi nje ayi cha impela nathi sisezingeni eliphezulu lokudlala.
Hayi basimele man, basimele amanini oMzantsi Afrika siyabavuyela kakhulu. Uyatsho ke uThembakazi kanti xa sihlabela mgama sijonga kwezithe zatshotsha enhla kumakhasi onxibelelwano #EFF uyatrenda kwindawo yesibini. Uyaqonda ukhumbule kaloku umbukeli nawe mamtshali into kubana inkokheli ye-EFF uJulius Malema uye wama ngelithi uza kuqhubeka nokucula ingoma ethi kill the boer, kill the farmer. Kanti ke akuphelelanga apho. Ngoku eyona nto yotshotsha phambili kubekho ke ukruthakuthwano phakathi kwamagosa ephezulu alombutho we-EFF neqela lamadoda amhlobe. Kuthiwa ke ayabonakala exhobile ngaphandle kwekomkhulu lombutho eGauteng.
Mbonile lapha ku social media ke bahambile balapha igama lebhilidi le-EFF iwini Madikizela House. So ke batheleke khona ke abalisa laba ke abanye bebezokhononda kusho ukuthi ngalokhu kushiwo kwalezi logan. Hayi kodwa bathe mabefika bafica imbi la ithutha. Awubonanga inqindi lapha uqala isibhakela.
Yo kaloku i-EFF iqhobile ichilo yathi apha.
This is a revolutionary house, this one.
Apha kuzawuphatha thina mabaqale bayisuke lento babeyenze kokhokho. So eliqela ke lifike kwezi office kwangoko ngolesithathu luzokuvakalisa inxalabo yalo malunga nomongameli we-EFF uJulius Malema ngale ngoma athe wayicula. Ngenene kuyabonakala into kubana kusekude engqinebeni kuba khokhela ukuba le ngoma yomzabalazo iyabelana ncakasana noko kuqulethwe kwimbali yelifa lemveli. Siyaqiniseka into kubana
songs ayeculwa kudala, it's like part of history and nanokuthi ke phela seke kwayiwe enkantolo ngalolu daba mos uyabona seke kwayiwa ngayo lento le so asazi ukuthi kuyogcina laphi iyozala nkomona asephelele ama-20 e-EFF.
Ewe baphendulile abantu pha kumakhasi onxibelelwano ku-x.com.
Number 8 uthi snitching affects one person but selling out affects others. What happened at EFF headquarters showed us that Malema will start a war and hide his face when confronted. You will punch or shoot the Buru while he's in upstairs and his family will be secure. What about you and your family? Number 8 uthi ena uMalema uyokhuluma kuphela kodwa kusalayo mase kufika isikhathi senqindi inqindi ayishiswa nguyisishiswa ngomunye.
Hayi inkani.
Hayi bathi bayakhuluma ko X isasekhona eTwitter melane EFF.
Hayi baphefumulile bagqiba pha ku-x.com ngabalandela ke uthi x.com #EFF.
Remember how they were laughing for weeks at how racist white men were beating up EFF black women and march attendees in #Brackenfell. Now the racists are crying because the favor was returned today at the EFF headquarters. Kusho ke uMalemanyana. Uyibiza ngoMalemanyana ke lo wayana.
Ukuthi ke uyaxhasa uyathi into kubana ngoku itafile iguqukile. Ngiyakhumbula na isenzo sahlayo njengokuba nincwina nje nina esasandlo saphana eBrackenfell nisilibele kusini na.
Kodwa ke phela kufanele sisho futhi makholi phela nakubabukela uthi cha hayi asiliqhuquzeli udlame bakwethu. Udlame is never the solution, it's never the answer. Kodwa ke ake siqhubekele phambili ke siya lapha yana kwi-hashtag yethu yokugcina. #banyana banyana.
Hamba wena. Yo hayi man. Yazinca ngebanya. Lizibeke kwindawo kwisigaba esilandelayo samagalelo 16 yesithathu kwitimente yendebe yehlabathi iqela leBanyana Banyana.
Ayikho ke national team yakuyasiyela stage Banyana Banyana sifike kuso la eSouth Africa. So nje into enkulu le ukuthi bangene kula 16 into enkulu. Manje ke sekuza ama knockout kuthiwa knockout stages wafa. Kodwa nje noma ngabe from here onwards I feel like noma bangaphelela kuphi we are proud anyway.
Yazi
si achievile already. Sesingajabula phela masingathola ke ngempela sigcine sesihamba sisifika far emqhudelwaneni. You know there will be a big achievement but as it is already siyazinca se proud.
Yo and ngiye lachukumiseka kakhulu ngumyalezo athe wawuthetha uBanyana Banyana no uthe Mikhatlane sisho into kubana walahlekelwa zi family members ezintathu kweziveki ezidlulileyo kodwa wahlala enkampini ukuze kanti kuba uyathi into kubana ndiyazinca ngalamantombi futhi she is proud to share this moment because imagine uswelekelwe ngapha uphakathi kwentaba yemibuzo into kubana ndihlale ndihambe kodwa wa decide into kubana
and kade ungadlali nesikhathi eside ngoba phela ubu injured limele so usubuya vele mawubuya uzoshintsha impilo yabantu.
Nkosi yami.
Siyayiqhenya kakhulu
siyazinca ngabo sithi yalala.
Athini ke ama tweets mayelana neBanyana Banyana niphefumule nathini babukeli uselula uthi what a way to bagging the Women's Month. Befuna uthi beginning I think what a way to begin the Women's Month. Ngempela it was a pleasure to watch our girls perform so well in both soccer and netball. We are indeed spoiled today.
Untu indeed hayi bethunana hayi siyazinqidla ngamanini oMzantsi Afrika basibeke kwinqwanqwa eliphezulu #Banyana Banyana pha ku x.com. Uluthuli naye uyaphetha apho into kubana what a player man. Hilda carried Banyana Banyana on her back.
Indeed. Udeserve uze wathola phela ne-award yokuba i-best player of the match. Yes.
Teamwork makes dream work. Xa nibambisene nina la moya yokubajonga sizawina. Hilda na wonke amagqiyazana bekhona sithi untshukuni.
Naye SABC Sports sizasekhakit babhalile SABC Sports naye lapha wathi history made Banyana Banyana are through to the last 16. Yes, history indeed was made yesterday sangena ke ku last 16 sesobhekana ke nama knockout ke njengamanje uwafa siyabongela kakhulu amantombazane intokazi zeBanyana Banyana
and ndiyathemba into kubana le victory yabo sentsho ibeke ayikwinqwanqwa eliphezulu abazemidlalo kuba siyabona into bana amanina kwezemidlalo ingathi ayasilela kodwa xa sibona into kubana they are included in this male dominated industry
and they are leading
kusho ukuthi yazi intoni lento eyenziwa ngabesilisa namanina ayakwazi uyenza siyazinca ngabo kakhulu siyathi into kubana ingaske banganyukele ngasenhla sibabona be well represented.
Yebo njengamanje ngemakholi nawe mbukele ke sisiquke ezitolo sizobuya emva komzuzwana. Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya Jikelele. Aphezulu ke amaphaphu kanti nengebhe idla lubi kwabaningi njengoba undunankulu kaZulu inkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi elaliswe esibhedlela. Isikhungo iPrince Mangosuthu Buthelezi sikhiphe istatement ke sicacisa kabanzi ngempilo yomntwana wakwaPhindangene. Siyazi ke mbukeli ukuthi usuze waba nexhala ufisa ukwazi ukuthi ingabe kwenzekani ngembabazane emahaqa. Ngakho ke lapha ohlelweni ngohlelo lukaZoom sinokhulumela ke umndeni wakwaButhelezi uDokotela uBhekuyise Nqengelele Buthelezi Bingelele Shenge sokalisa sikwamukele ohlelweni.
Siyabingelela mamtshali kuwe siyabingelela nakubabukeli ekseni namhlanje.
Sibonge kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho Shenge namhlanje ekseni siyazi ukuthi cha isimo asikho kahle hle. Izwe lishawa ingebhe ingabe kwenzekani kodwa ngembabazane emahaqa.
Mamtshali njengoba umndeni ukhiphe istatement izolo sibikela isizwe ukuthi umntwana wakwaPhindangene oyinkosi yesizwe saButhelezi undunankulu kaZulu uEmeritus president we-Inkatha Freedom Party no oyilungu leParliament likazwelonke uye wabuyela esibhedlela ngesimo sokuthi emva kwalokhu okwakwenziwe ekuqaleni okwenziwa odokotela ukulungisa isimo seqolo lakhe kwaba nalokho esithi ngesilungu complication. So ke umndeni ububikela isizwe ukuthi usesibhedlela ngoba odokotela bathi bacela ukumgcina ngaleso sizathu ukuze balungise leyo complication. Ukuthi ke kuzoba isikhathi esingakanani mamtshali lokho kuzodalulwa ukuthi umzimba udila kanjani nayo complication. Kodwa ke njengoba sibikile estatementeni nathi singumndeni sithemba ukuthi odokotela ngoba siyazi bawenza kahle umsebenzi wabo ukuthi bazosinqoba lesimo lesimamtshali.
Yebo dokotela, njengoba usho nawe ukuthi ke bathe basazomgcina ke kodwa akakaziwa ukuthi isikhathi esingakanani. Nina Dr. Shenge Sokalisa ngesikhathi nimgcina noma nigcina ukumbona besinjani isimo sakhe?
Njengoba ngichaza mamtshali ukuthi bekuyilesimo sokuthi odokotela balwisana nalokho esithi complication okade kudevelophile. Kodwa nje esingabikela isizwe ukuthi sinethemba futhi sine confidence kakhulu kodokotela abamsebenzayo ukuthi umsebenzi wawo bawenza kahle kakhulu. Yikho nje ukuthi isimo esidinga ukuthi sibe nokubekezela kakhulu ngoba akwenzeki ngokufisa kwethu ngokwesikhathi. Ngokufisa kwethu ngabe kwanamuhla bamkhipha bathi cha kahamba ekhaya. Kodwa ke njengoba wazi nawe mamtshali ukuthi indaba zesibhedlela zidinga ukuthi odokotela banikezwe leso sikhathi ukuze umsebenzi bawenza ngendlela.
Yebo, ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi okunye bese kutatazelisa abantu sekufaka ingebhe kakhulu ilembiko yokuthi useyiswe eICU egumbini ke labagula kakhulu.
Cha mamtshali ngakubika ke lokho ukuthi nathi siyabona istatement nje eyiloku iphuma ezingasuki kithi. Bese sithumele sona sichaza kahle kakhulu mamtshali ukuthi sifisa ukubikela ama-Afrika nezwe lonke nje ukuthi njengoba sasikade sibikile ukuthi uyesibhedlela ekuqaleni kuye kwaba nale complication njengoba sengichazile lokho kwenza ukuthi odokotela basibize bese bethi bacela ukuthi balungise le complication lokho kusho ukuthi uzohlala isikhathi sengezekile esibhedlela. Sase sichaza ke futhi esizweni ukuthi sibonga bonke lokhu isizwe esenzela umndeni naye umntwana imithandazo ilokothi ezinhle nama phone calls konke lokho mamtshalo okukhombisa ukuthi isizwe simthanda kakhulu futhi simfisela ukuthi alulame ngokusheshsha. Nathi ke singumndeni siyazi ukuthi umntwana umuntu wesizwe njengoba sengichazile ekuqaleni. Lokho ke kusho ukuthi kufanele isizwe sihlale sazi ukuthi impilo yakhe ihamba kanjani. Lokho ke besifisa ukuchaza lesichazile estatementeni wena Mantshingo. Kodwa ke ngeke sikwazi ukubavimba abanye abantu nabo abahebeza emaceleni kodwa esicela ukwazi isizwe nje ukuthi istatement esikhishwa umndeni kusuke kuyiso istatement esiqondile. Ngamafuphi Mantshingo ngichaza ukuthi besibikela nje sizwe ukuthi usesibhedlela ngenxa ye-complication and sinesiqiniseko sokuthi odokotela benza konke okusemandleni usuku nosuku nokuthi sinethemba lokuthi bazosinqoba lesimo lesi kaMantsheni.
Sibonge kakhulu ke dokotela, phela iningi labantu libamba umoya kakhulukazi ke thina sizwe samaZulu ngoba phela ukudunguzela kandunankulu kaZulu kusho ukunyakaza kombuso nje kaZulu wonkana. Uzungadinwa ke ukuthi nje ulokhu uxhumana kanye nathi kanti simfisela ukululama uShenge uSokalisa bakithi ngathi nje konke ngihamba kahle nodokotela bamphathe kahle simbone selulama esephuma ke esibhedlela.
Sithemba kanjalo futhi nathi siyathokoza kakhulu Mantshingo. Siyafisa nje ukubonga kakhulu kuyini njengeyindatheli abeyindaba ngokubambisana nje sinakho. Sibonga kakhulu nasesizweni sonke ukuthi simfisele ukuthi umntwana nomndeni simfisele okuhle sithi nje ngaso sonke isikhathi leyo mthandazo iyalekelela kakhulu ngoba sonke singabantu bomdandi Mantshinga.
Shenge Sokalisa Mntokamlambo Nqengelele sibonge kakhulu.
Siyathokoza Mantshingo, siyathokoza kakhulu.
Lawo ke mbukeli wekhaya Jikelele bekudokotela uBhekuyise Nqengelele Buthelezi besixoxa naye ngesimo sempilo kandunankulu kaZulu inkosi uma ngosuthu Buthelezi umntwana wakwaphindangene sengathi ngavuka gubhu imbabazane emahaqa bakithi kulolukhu kho elele kulona ivuke izocobelela uZulu ngamasu aphusile sikhulu isizwa sikaphunga nomageba njengamanje ke mbukeli ake siphosa amehlo sibone ukuthi simi kanjani isimo seZulu.
ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele kaloku apha kwikhaya jikelele kanti ke ubusandula ukungena ufika sesichwechwela ngasemnyango kodwa ke ungabi naqhala awukaphoswa goku ke lixesha lokuphonononga incwadi i-book review ngelamakhumsha okanti namhlanje sijonga incwadi kamama Rosina Sidibane ethi Rosina Sidibane Modiba, A Dream Denied. Ibhalwe ke ngowayesakuba imbaleki yabasetyhini yebala elintsundu ngexesha lorhulumente wocalucalulo Umama Rosina Sidibane Modiba. Mama Rosina, masikubulise sikwamkele enkqubeni Ekhaya Jikelele and happy Women's Month.
Oh, yeah, thank you, my dear. Happy Women's Month to you.
Uyaphila? Uyaphila, Mama Rosina?
Okay, all right, Mama. I'm good.
Literally all right. Incwadi yakho mama ithi Rosina Sidibane Modiba, A Dream Denied. Apha kwincwadi yakho uye wathetha ngempilo yakho njengembaleki elinina yokuqala lebala elintsundu kwaye wafumana nembasa yegolide ku-1050 meters. Uthi kwakungemandanga ncam ngenxa yocalulo. Kutheni usitsho njalo kwaye leliphi eliphupho lakho owalivinjwayo?
Ke rata go dumedisa ba botlhe ba lebeletseng ba theleditseng. My name is Rosina Sidibane Modiba, Ekhaya Foundation Faith HOD. The book Rosina Sidibane Modiba, A Dream Denied. It's about a dream that I was denied during apartheid era. During our time, I was an athlete, but due to apartheid, I wanted to represent South Africa in the Olympics, which means I wanted to be one of the Olympians. But due to segregation, apartheid, I couldn't make it as much as I was in the same level with our counterparts, the whites. But due to that, I couldn't make it because firstly, in order to compete outside our country, you need to compete inside the country so that you qualify. But due to apartheid, I couldn't go even to compete with our own counterparts, which means the whites, our own white South Africans. So I couldn't make it outside before I make it inside the country. That's what made me to say the dream denied. No one, I had that potential, but I couldn't due to apartheid.
Mama Rosina uyasho into ukuthi into yaku-inspire to write le ncwadi kukuba wachaphazeleka kakubi ngexesha lwasendulo apho sasibona into yokubana it was apartheid. Khawusixelele banzi ngaloo mpatho egadalala okanye ukuhlukumezeka kwakho. What are some of the experiences that you had to go through during this apartheid era?
The book, it wasn't written by me, it was written by Lerato Trok. Lerato Trok wrote a book because after I met her about 5 years, and then one of the workers at our work, I was working at Batuka Primary School, told her that, you know this woman, did you hear the story about this woman? And then this Lerato Trok was amazed, why should I know about this woman? Then our librarian told her about me and said that Rosina Sidibane Modiba was one of told her the whole story about me. And then how did it come that I was so, I usually call myself forgotten hero because no one was there for me, but it was myself, my coach, and my sister who was also running with me. But because I had that, I was resilient to this, that even if I cannot compete with the whites, but because I have the whole potential, it's for me to show them that I can do it. Even if they thought that a black woman cannot run some distances that were run by the whites. But due to the potential that I had to show them that I can do it. And I was so resilient, and then I had that passion in myself that even if I have this problem, then I have to show them that I can do it by myself.
Mama Rosina, while the world is tackling systematic racism, we see the likes of Okasta Simenya besokoliswa nabo as athletes. We know in Dogbana she has been questioned a lot ngento yomzimba wakhe, and siyaqonda Dogbana ngenene uye wahlukumezeka as a black athlete. Ungathi mhlambe, how did this move you njengoko nawe usithi Dogbana unembali kwezemidlalo, and what sort of advice would you give to young athletes nabo mhlambe ababona ngathi as bemnyama it's a dim world for them to shine because bamnyama? What advice would you give them?
Firstly, I would like to tell each and every young women, young athlete, young sports person that whatever God has made you to be who you are. And then no one will have to criticize you. No one has to say something about yourself. You yourself, you know yourself, and then you know your potential. Just keep on. Do what you do best. And mostly I would like to tell most of the athletes or the sports ladies or women, if you are a woman, you are just a person like any other person. And then the main thing is just because if a sports person, the life of a sports person is very short. Therefore, in order to be able to sustain, you need to be educated. That is why usually they say a sound body in a sound mind in a sound body. Even if they are there, they are sports people, but they need to be educated. They need to take their education serious. Because if ever you have that potential, but you are not educated, once you have a fall down, then it's amen about you. No one will remember you. No one will recognize you. No one will call you back. But if ever you are educated, you will carry on with your potential and show them and motivate others that you can do it, even whatever struggles you have. We were not born in an easy world. Everything was difficult for us. But because we have that potential, we have interest in the sport. Then therefore we were assertive. Then we exercised a patience. We carried on training, doing what we know best so that we can reach where we reach.
Mama Rosina, you speak a lot about unleashing a potential. And speaking of that, you also encourage young girls abasafunda into okubana mabangene kwezemidlalo. And we've seen the massive success yebanyana banyana iphumelela group stage. I mean, it's magical. It's a remarkable one. Njengomntu ke wezemidlalo, how do you feel about ibanyana banyana success yabo?
I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy. As much as for women, it's so difficult, especially in our country, to reach this. Because now, Banyana, mostly they all by themselves. Sometimes the country sometimes don't support them, but they don't give up. They carry on and show them that we as women of South Africa, we can do it. We can reach wherever men cannot reach. I'm proud of Banyana Pambili Ngembokoto Pambili.
Pambili Ngembokoto Pambili. When yourself, Mama Rosina, you are defying the odds njengenina laseMzantsi Afrika, and you spoke a lot about umqeqeshi wakho njengoko usithi into yokubana naye ebeyinxalenye xa kubhalwa le ncwadi. Ungathi mhlambe ingakanani indima athe wayidlala ebomini bakho? How much contribution has she added in your life as a woman?
This gentleman, this old man now, this was so important in my life. Usually when I talk about him, I become so emotional because this man was so oppressed that he just said he was a coach from Soweto. He came to Pretoria, and then when he came to Pretoria as a coach, he was working for Sports and Sports Foundation South Africa. He wanted to see that women, girls in South Africa are able to compete with their counterpart wives. Therefore, in order to do this, he started a team, athletic team, in Pretoria. We used to call it a dream team. A dream team, we wanted to show white that black women can also do it like any other white women. Then he did a talent search from our school during our sports competition, and then we had a group of. Firstly, we were 4. Then we came 10 women. One of them was my sister. Then from that team, we continued. From that 10 women, we used to compete with men. As we know that we have this thing, we have a challenge in South Africa during our time. Firstly, our challenge was not just competition, was not just white. We firstly had a gender equality problem. We were women. We were training. We were good in our sporting code, but we didn't know where to compete. Then the men, because they were in the mines. They had a good training in the mines. The black men, they had good training in the mines. Therefore, the whites see that the black men can have potential. They took the black men into the competition, leaving black women. Therefore, my coach wanted to show them women can do it. So he used to travel with us to the main competition, to the mines. We used to compete in the mines because black athletics was in the mines. We used to compete in the mines by ourselves. We had a group of a group of 10 ladies, and from 10 ladies, we had to take a part in all the sports, the events, which means 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 800, and 1,500 meters. But that time, we were to run by ourselves.
Wow, masibulele kakhulu Mama Rosina ngexesha lakho. Indeed, you are a true mbokodo kwaye siyakubhiyozela kule nyanga yamanina. Enkosi kakhulu.
Thanks, my dear.
Right, mbukeli lo ke besithetha naye nguye kaloku uRosina Sidibane. Sibalisela ke ngencwadi yakhe ethi Rosina Sidibane Modiba A Dream Tonight. Ebalisa kaloku ngamahla ndenyuka athe wajamelana nawo njengembaleki ke yabasetyhini yokuqala yebala elintsundu ukufumana imbasa yegolide 1500 meters. Ngoku masithi qwi evenkeleni iqiniseka awuphoswa kuba ingathi xa sibuya kuzokhala kamnandi.
Mbukeli sifike ekupheleni kohlelo lwethu namhlanje. Sibonga kakhulu ngosihlanganyele kanye nathi siyabuya futhi kusasa ngesikhathi esifanayo.
Kwaye ke asinishini nodwa ukhona usisi beye wasithi kamnandi ngegospel. Uthi mayenziwe kamnandi. Bathabile Sikhosana, take it away.
Goa baba Go